Welcome to Team APS. This is Larry here with
I'm Paul
and Alec.
And today we are discussing what comes after Master Rule 4.
7.
Master Rule 5.
So, a little bit of background for those of you guys who don't know what Master Rules even mean. Master Rules are basically any time that the game makes a big substantial change to the rules, introducing something like
Pendulums.
synchros.
Links. I didn't know. Okay.
Jesus.
So we're about to get a new Yu-Gi-Oh anime in 2020. It's been announced now. There's like a small little trailer teaser
put your
thing.
hand down.
And that's exciting if you like animes. It's also exciting if you play the physical card game because it means we'll probably be getting some type of new master rule.
We don't need
Some new, set of rules, some new summoning mechanic, probably in the extra deck. That's usually what we get. Some other rule change.
Let's make this game even more complicated than what it already is.
And so in today's video, we want to talk about what should or shouldn't happen in the next master rule.
Can I curse?
You can curse.
Not a damn thing.
What's going on? Like, what do you guys feel are the problems with the current, if there are any?
Okay, there's a lot.
A lot.
There's a lot.
A lot going on. Too much foolishness. Too much.
The extra deck is tight right now.
It is.
I think we were overloaded on the extra deck for sure.
Like we've done.
Do you think they should make more extra deck monsters instead of 15? Take it to 20.
That could happen.
I don't think that would be bad,
that would
right?
be a bad thing.
At this point, if they introduce a whole new
combo
summoning
decks
mechanic, I think they would have to because it's just
unless it's a main deck summoning
too
mechanic
like a new rituals
and stuff.
thing.
No.
Okay, so we're definitely extra deck space is tight. So
maybe they'll make a pendulum deck, a pendulum deck where your pendulums don't go to your extra deck.
Yeah.
The poor game mat. It's been through too much.
I think he has a
new zone.
Yeah, that pendulum shouldn't go to the extra deck anymore. They would go somewhere else, like a pendulum zone.
I hate pendulums. Pendulums cause so many problems.
Pendulums?
No, I don't hate them, but they just first they had their own zones, then they had to move, and they had to share a zone with the extra deck. I just think it's you can see where they cause a lot of just complications. I mean,
links are no better.
I think links are a bigger concern for most people. Like just the whole idea of the way that they work, the rules that they kind of break and circumvent, and
your deck cannot play unless you have link monsters.
Oh,
that's
maybe we'll get monsters that only have defense.
Get out.
I've heard some ideas on the internet about things people want. Some people think that they should return the extra monsters, revert that. So you can summon your Xyz and your Synchros all in the main monster zones, and
then why would you play links?
And links still use the extra monster zone, so they can do things with their arrows, but that's all links do. Is they're only based on their arrows. So all those link monsters that have effects where it's if this is co-linked, or if it's pointing to something, they can still get all of that, and that still works, and they can still extra link. But when they extra link, it doesn't mean your opponent's locked out of an extra monster zone. It just means you get to have more monsters on your field. You get the benefits of all these nightmares that point to each other and stuff. That still exists, but your opponent can ignore the link part if they want to.
I'm actually kind of scared of that idea, and I'll tell you why. Because Konami's been making a bunch of cards that they facilitate us spamming the board and making these link plays. Mm-hmm. Well, if we remove the whole you can only summon to the extra zone thing, then I can only imagine the sheer amount of rank 4s that will start hitting boards.
That's an issue too, because then we go back to a point where if you can dump the monsters in the field, you can make any Xyz you want.
I know what this game needs.
What's that?
We just need a soft reboot. Just wipe the slate clean. Let's just start all over from scratch.
That's extreme. That's not happening.
That's
not happening.
I think it should.
I think that's what Speed Duels is.
Yeah.
I think that was their
And we love Speed Duels, don't we?
I do.
I love Speed Duels.
So you agree?
I agree that Speed Duels should be separate.
No, that's not what I asked.
I don't think that the TCG could handle having a hard reboot.
Not a hard reboot.
An example. Vanguard did their reboot. I always bring that up. But they didn't actually get rid of their old game.
Well, explain, because I don't play Vanguard.
Okay, so Vanguard, they had a crazy game, like ours is now. And so they did a reset. They introduced standard, where they start reintroducing old cards, new artwork, new effects, rebalance, and then they had their own format. These standard cards only using the standard format. But to everyone who loved the old Vanguard, they called that premium. And they say, okay, you can use all your old cards and the standard cards here, so you can do whatever you guys want in premium. Go crazy.
I think
that reminds me of Magic the Gathering, where there's like just different.
Formats.
I don't know how
I
they
never
work
really
with Magic the
figured that
Gathering. I mean, I don't know. Don't ask me how they work. But all I'm saying though is like I think it would be cool to have it where like you can play speed duels, you can play TCG as it is now with all the links and everything else. You can play like whatever kind of simplified rebooted form they want, or maybe even some fourth version. Like I think people would like that because then there's different ways to play. But Konami still has to support it in tournaments.
I think it's a bad idea because I got the best idea for Master 05.
No, you didn't.
Figures.
Figures.
Oh, like you have to put like a chess piece.
No, because then it's not Yu-Gi-Oh anymore.
No, it is Yu-Gi-Oh.
No, when have Yu-Gi-Oh ever had toys or figures on the board?
Now they do.
No.
So this is how it works.
Nope.
Okay, well that does actually
like
bring me to a point I have heard a lot on the internet is
What?
deck masters, and then I have a second one, but I'll talk about it in a second.
Let's talk about deck masters.
Yeah, what about deck masters?
So would that be essentially like having being able to have abilities now, like outside of your main deck?
No, it's basically like you pick a monster, or maybe there are monsters that can only be deck masters.
I was gonna say, I think they should make like specific deck master cards.
Yeah, like it's like a monster that's like a deck master version of it, of an old monster maybe, like a deck master Blue Eyes. I don't know, but basically it's there. It goes, I guess, where like maybe the extra monster zone is now or something like that.
It can go,
and your deck master can do a bunch of things, protect your field, have some effect or whatever, but if it dies, you lose.
Oh my gosh.
Is it automatically on field? Like at start of duel is there?
I would think so. That can go either way.
So, but how do you not lose? Wait.
Well, I think
it should be,
if they can tweak it somehow, like,
I think it should be tweaked a bit. Like I don't think maybe because if it starts in the field, then it has to have some super major protection. Because otherwise, people are just
you
gonna
can do
banish
like
it
the
or something.
Dice Monster thing here, where it has hearts, which is like you have to get rid of all 3 hearts, and then if this monster
a new
dies,
thing to keep track of.
See, I don't think that like we need more to track. That's the main problem that I have with like.
And what if it's
a Master Rule 5?
But if you don't start with it and it goes in your deck, then what happens when there are searchable deck masters?
I don't think you should have searchable deck master. I think it's one deck master. You pick it before. I think.
Wouldn't that kill 60 cards?
I don't know if it's something you have to like draw or summon out.
It can be its own thing. You can have, a list of. Well, you can have 3. Like going into competitive play, you have 3 deck masters. You can use any of the 3 for any. You can say game. Like game 1, okay. This is my strategy. I'm gonna use this deck master. It's not gonna work against this deck. Okay, game 2, I'm switching deck masters.
Would they have to have like very complex effects or simple effects?
They can be simple, ongoing kind of blanket effects, or whenever something triggers.
I think then the second part will probably resonate more with you guys. Skill cards. Skill cards from speed duels just integrated into the TCG. Like, I think that would be easier to track and like balance than deck masters probably, right? Because they're not a monster. It's just a card that's like, you activate it when you want.
What would it be? Would it be a spell? Would it be a trap?
It would be a skill card.
It's a skill card. It works like how skill cards work in speed duels. They just kind of activate and they do what you say on it.
Some of them will increase your stats.
I think that they should not make them generic. Don't make it like, draw 2 cards. That's gonna get broken. But I mean, like, make it strategy specific.
So I was gonna say they're gonna have to watch it because they're gonna make this broken skill card that everyone's gonna.
Yeah, you want to make sure that it's kind of catered to the strategy. So like Thunder Dragons. Thunder Dragons, maybe they have one. Like Thunder Dragon's skill card is like Roar of Thunder, and like when you activate only while you control a Thunder fusion monster. Add a banished Thunder monster from your from your banished zone to your hand, and like that's all the skill card does. Or it could be a continuous thing, or like
why would that be a skill card when it could just be a spell card?
I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. If it's going to be a skill card, it has to be something that
it shouldn't be like
that directly affects all the time. Like it's maybe
this
is a thing. It's here. play with it, deal with it.
I like a good skill card would be something that says like every time a
field
monster
power bonus.
I mean, actually, creating them as field spells would be good, especially because now they're at this point where like
field spells
terraforming
are
and
dumb.
stuff is getting. I mean, they just nerf that every. I don't know. It could be okay.
I was thinking like an idea for like a skill card. It's like, oh yeah, every time a monster is sent from your side of the field to the graveyard, maybe you get to send one, or I guess once per turn, of course, you get to send a monster from your deck to the grave.
Yeah, like something like that actually
Like
sounds.
effects
Cool.
that-
Or something more, I guess, archetype specific. Like, every time give me something.
Yeah,
Every
like
time
a
you summon
wind-up
a
monster,
battle wasp.
it does a thing.
Every time you activate a volcanic.
Yeah. So basically, it's field spells in the form more of like a skill card. I think I can dig that. Like, I think that'd be cool.
And how would change
But
work?
there's issue that actually
Yeah.
another thing.
Then
In
speed duels
speed
right now
duels-
already have kind of like skill cards don't count as activations. You can't chain to them.
and you can't chain
You
them
can't
either.
like chain them to stuff. So there'd be some complications, but I think that'd be cool.
Hey, my
and
head
then
hurts,
you
man.
can't destroy a skill
can't.
card either.
I don't think
So
you
Yeah.
able
So
to.
like that,
they have to whatever effects they have, they cannot be too potent.
Yeah.
you
I think it's
can't
got to
get
be
rid
like
of them.
weak passive effects.
Like I remember the one skill card from Bones in what was it called? Something the slow one where they gain
Was
attack.
that the gain attack?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think effects
So bad.
have to
Those
be
could, like,
just
slowly build.
They have to be they have to be kind of bad in order to because they can't be destroyed.
I guess you don't really fully feel the effects until y'all are in the heat of the duel,
like
and
some
then
of
it
them-
really matters.
Some of them could be ramping effects like that one, where over time it gets better, or some can be like one and done. Like once I use a skill, it's done.
Now, here's something that I think too. I don't want a new summoning mechanic. I think we're all kind of agreed on. It just
No.
feels like we're too loaded on
I don't even know what we call it at this point.
or what color it would be. I think though that this is a good opportunity to see Konami revisit Gemini monsters, LVs, unions, spirits.
I don't know about that, Paul.
I do miss spirits.
I mean,
Yamada Dragon was.
I
Wait,
feel
what
like
do you mean?
they forgot about them. And
Yeah, but-
it's just.
So instead of
I don't
giving,
think they have any plans on doing it.
instead of having Paradox summoning or whatever, Parallax special summoning from your extra deck, something that new that we have to learn and keep up with, just change some core mechanics of LVs or like just revisit them.
They need to fix.
It's stuff that's
a lot of
old and
those.
people like it and they want to see it be in like a playable form. Why not have that as a focus of the next, like, I don't know. I mean, I know it's a new anime, so it probably is going to have something new and flashy, but I still think, I don't know. I mean, I think like these old mechanics are just so old.
Just like wasn't Link format just yesterday?
I mean, we won't be getting.
I
this
don't like. I
probably
don't say I
until-
don't like it, but I mean,
We won't be getting like whatever this is until like later in 2020.
But even
like
then,
August.
it feels like links haven't been around like that long.
doesn't.
That's why I think please no new summoning mechanics. Like if we can't agree on nothing else, just no more.
No new
right?
summoning
I mean,
mechanics. And give us a soft reboot, like the new 52
I don't know.
or DC Rebirth.
They kind of read. They kind of.
I think the soft reboot thing. I think is just a general thing Yu-Gi-Oh needs. Like just a separation of formats. Like you can play this crazy complicated stuff. You can play a simpler version of it. You can play
Yeah.
a mix. But they gotta support it because
That'd be
you remember
crazy.
traditional format.
What's that?
No support.
I don't know
Tag.
what that
No
is.
support. Like
What?
if you don't support, I mean even speed duels don't really.
Maybe the
get-
new Master was gonna have something about tag.
That's what I need. I don't
Like,
know. I
I'm
mean,
losing. Come play for me.
Final thoughts.
Tag out.
Final. What are your final thoughts on Master Roll 5? What's it gotta have or not have?
I'm
Yeah.
still on with figures. Okay, no, I'm serious. Do something about our playmat. All right, whatever we do, let's keep it. I wish we could get back to the old design, if anything.
So simplify it.
So
Simplify
you're saying we
format.
need a soft reboot. There we go.
Okay. What can it not have?
An extra zone.
Okay.
Do not give us another zone.
You.
Like I said, soft reboot. Just wipe the slate clean. Like, okay, this or a mixture of soft reboot and formats. Say, okay, you can play this Yu-Gi-Oh! It's simple. Play, you know, I don't say play what you want. But play this,
Yeah.
not so much Link oriented, and then another format that Konami can make us play, whatever they want us to make us play.
Well, for me, I think I don't want another summon mechanic. Please, just anything but that. Anything. I don't care whether it's main deck, extract. I don't want a new summoning mechanic.
What if it's a new tribute mechanic?
No, but nothing at all. But
A new card.
But I'm okay with the concept of a skill card. I'm okay with that. I just don't think that we need a new summoning mechanic.
Action cards?
Action cards.
Make us get
Yeah,
up?
like that could be like a skill card. But also, you know, I don't want any new summoning mechanics. And yeah, I wouldn't mind some support for some older existing stuff. I think it'll be fine.
I think they've been doing a good job.
But you know what I mean, like LV,
Oh.
Union, like the old mechanics.
Well, Unions had ABCs a decade.
Stop it.
So, what do you guys think? How do you feel about it? I mean, Master Rule 5 is going to be coming within
Faster and faster.
a year or so.
Problem.
So something's gonna happen. Anywho, if you like the video, give it a
us a
thumbs
like.
up, subscribe, be awesome. Pick up a custom play mat from Ink Gaming. They do mats. You can get this or any design you want. Use the code APS10, you'll get a little discount, and it helps us out.
Who drew these?
Tombox, actually.
MST.TV.
Check him out. Cool guy. Alright, that's it for the video. Let us know what you want to see in Master Rule 5, and we will see you guys in the next one.
Pass turn.